Sri Lanka Railways is once again under the spotlight for alleged corruption and losses suffered due to controversial agreements.
A few years ago, a decision was reached to hand over control of several train carriages to a group of companies in order to transport passengers. However, trade unions recently revealed that railway officials are yet to collect 470 million rupees owed to Sri Lankan Railways by these private operators. The trade unions also handed in a letter highlighting their concerns to the Anti-Corruption Secretariat.
The General Manager of Railways and his staff is reluctant to take steps to obtain this money, which is owed to Sri Lankan Railways because they love these companies more than Sri Lanka Railways. Sri Lanka Railways has suffered a loss of nearly 470 million rupees because of these actions. If Sri Lanka Railways used these carriages for regular passenger services, we could have earned over 470 million rupees. Instead, obtaining the money, the Railways General Manager has taken an arbitrary decision to cut off 10 million rupees from the value owed to Sri Lankan Railways. We need to obtain this money because it is the taxpayers' money. Every year Sri Lanka Railways suffers a loss and they say that they cannot maintain services. Yet officials are not taking steps to reclaim this money which is owed to them because of personal affiliations.
Recently, Newsfirst as well as several other print media outlets highlighted that possible corruption was brewing within Sri Lankan Railways with regard to the decision to purchase 12 locomotives for the service in the upcountry railway line. When tenders were opened for the supply of locomotives in July 2016, 8 companies placed their bids for the project. Newsfirst has learned that Sri Lanka Railways is in the process of finalizing a deal with General Electric, a manufacturer based in USA. While there have been concerns with regard to the quality of the locomotives that are to be imported, Newsfirst has also learned that the GE locomotives are $10 million more than 2 other US-based manufacturers who applied for the same tender.
There have been issues in Sri Lanka Railways when importing locomotives and engines. Earlier, we called on officials not to import low-quality equipment from India because it will be a burden for us as well as the general taxpaying public. However, we have now received information that there is an agreement to be signed with a US company to import locomotives. Based on the information we have received, these locomotives are no longer used in America. They produce these low-quality engines for export. We have received word that these engines in question catch fire spontaneously. Importing such engines will cause another massive loss to Sri Lankan Railways. We are looking into this deal. In the future, if they import low-quality locomotives which cannot be used by Sri Lanka Railways as a trade union alliance, we will come forward to prevent it.
Our multiple attempts to contact General Manager of Sri Lanka Railways, BAP Aryaratna, in order to comment on the matter proved to be futile.